Okay, good morning, lovely people. Happy Monday, everybody. Um, Today I wake up so sad, and I feel like there is need to actually review history and trace it down to the reoccurrence of what is happening in South Africa, and I can say Congo and even Ghana have decided to join the trend once again. For over the years, you people have heard of what South Africa and, and Black South African did by getting up and locking shops, burning some down, unaliving um, African migrants who are residing in South Africa, doing their legit businesses. You understand? A lot has happened, and um, it's still happening. It's just unfortunate that uh, I'm yet to hear an official press release from Ramaphosa. It's only Julius Malema that once in a while I will hear him come out and speak, and it's unfortunate that somebody like Julius Malema is politically sidelined. You understand? Because the people are made to believe that Julius Malema is a violent person and he's aggressive, which is the reason he is not actually regarded as he should be. But as a Nigerian residing in Nigeria who has known much about South Africa today, if I'm if I'm to talk about who should be the president of South Africa, I think, in fact, I can assure you, Ramaphosa is not worthy compared to Julius Malema. You understand? A lot has happened in South Africa and it's still happening, and it will continue to happen. And then I want to say something. I want to trace this back to history. You see, um, during the 1980, 19, no, 1948 down to early 1990s years. If you study history very well, you understand what the apartheid have done to the South African government. The black South Africans were being sidelined, and it was very bad for them. That was a political system for the white minority to actually rule over um, black South Africans. And Nigeria as a country played a vital role in ensuring that the black South Africans regained their freedom. Um, During that period, Nigeria civil servants, out of their hard-earned money, yeah, the government actually collect 10% of every civil servant in Nigeria to fund the movement in ensuring that um, they put an end to the white majority apartheid that was happening in South Africa. And today, we have South Africa where it is today. It's just unfortunate that they have Orania as a city or a town in South Africa where the black South Africans are are not allowed to leave, to enter, or to operate, like to run their businesses. Do you understand? This is not a propaganda. I'm not trying to push a narrative. A, this has been fact checked, and you can equally go and make your findings there. I have watched a couple of videos, some content creators, one guy from Ghana as well, who went there and he was interviewed. And trust me, right now, in fact, it's no longer in news. It is there. And South Africa right now, as a country, have two currency, because if you are to enter into the town of Orania, they have their own currency. You need to, change in that currency for you to actually transact. You understand? So this is what South Africa is actually going through right now, and this is not only against Nigerians; it is against black migrants who are residing in South Africa. Both the illegal and the legal migrants residing in South Africa are both facing the same challenge. People are being forced to lead their businesses. People are being forced to leave South Africa. Shops are being locked down. Commercial activities are being obstructed, and we all know that this thing that is happening is going to affect Africa as a continent. And funny enough, Nigerians are the major target. Nigerians are the major target, and I feel heartbroken to actually talk about this issue, but I feel heartbroken to actually talk about this issue, but I still have to discuss it anyways. You see, this South African issue have caused a lot, and you see escalating right now. If you go to Congo, if you watch the news, or maybe just take your time to go on social media and try to search some things there, you will see that the Congolese are equally coming out publicly, making declarations, saying South Africans should lead the country. If they can come up publicly to chase black migrants who are residing in South Africa to lead the country, then those South Africans in Congo who are doing mining, both illegal and legal businesses, have to also leave their country and go back to their South Africa. And it's becoming more like a trend, and the thing keep escalating. And currently, the same thing is happening in South Africa. In Ghana, and it's more of virus, and I don't find this funny. I don't find it funny. And what makes it more worse is that they're laying emphasis on Nigerians. They are basically referring to Nigerians to actually leave, which by extension is affecting other African migrants as well. And when you look at it, you just know that it's going to affect Nigerians most. You know why? Africa as a continent is just over 1 billion people in population, and Nigeria alone make 20 to 25% of the population. Nigeria is over 200 million people, and the last census that give us this figure was in 1999. The last census that give us this figure was in 1999, and from 1999 till date is almost 30 years. People are turning 18 years every blessed day. So I can tell for free that by now we should be over 500 million people. Yes, Nigeria should be over 500 million people. This is coming from a Nigerian residing in Nigeria who have known much about this country, who have traveled almost everywhere in Nigeria. The last census that gave us a figure of 200 million people, 200 million Nigerians, was in 1999. So if they are to carry out another census in this 2026, trust me, we shouldn't be less than 500 million people. And Nigeria and Africa as a continent is just over 1 billion. So I can tell for free that we make at least 30% of the population. So you should expect that in every country you find yourself, if you see 20 migrants, you should expect to see at least 2 or 3 Nigerians. Unless there is nothing happening in that country. In every country in Africa you find yourself, if you see 20 migrants, you should expect to see at least 2 or 3 Nigerians. Because whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, Nigerians are the people who, anywhere they find themselves, they excel. They excel because Nigerians have the spirit of hustling. Nigerians have the spirit of never giving up. I must make it. Nigerians think positive irrespective of all the circumstances. Somebody believe that there is always a way. There is always a way, and that's a belief. So if you are such a lazy person, you don't like facing the reality, you don't like to be told the truth, you're going to hate Nigerians. You never want to make friends with them. That's just the truth. You will hate to see them excel, you hate to see them flourish, you will hate to see their business booming because they don't apply the same mindset as you. Nigerians don't depend on the government to make a living. If you go to Nigeria, nobody give a dime about mortgage. You are going to hustle for money to buy your house. You are not going to buy a car on credit. You hustle, you make your money, you buy your car. You don't depend on the bank to give you a loan. You hustle your way out, you make your money to establish something for yourself, to set up a business. So when a Nigerian leave their country with that mindset and get to your country where things are a little better, where there are a lot of opportunities to flourish, you see that like they are coming from a different planet. So Ghanaians saying that Nigerians should leave, forcing people is not the way. Because if you go back to history, when the issue of Nigeria stood up to say Ghana must go, It was never done that way. People were never forced. The time of Shehu Shagari, I think that was around 1993. Ghanaians were not forced to leave Nigeria. And this thing did not only affect only Ghanaians. It's just that Ghanaians made the population the highest immigration population, you understand? And and that was because their government was very poor. Their government was very bad. The economy was very poor. So they migrated to Nigeria and they were doing business. Most of them were illegal migrants. And when Shehu Shagari government stood up to say the rate of crime is on the high side and the economy is not moving the way it should be, there's a high level of competition, and most of the crimes are being committed by undocumented migrants, so we have to get rid of them. People were never forced. People were genuinely, and the government actually followed protocol to genuinely deport the undocumented migrants. But the highlight was on Ghana, or emphasis on Ghana because they made the highest immigrant population in Nigeria. And that was because their government was very bad. The government was very bad to a level that Ghana have to execute, to eliminate their top leaders, to start to reset the country, to start all over again. The top politicians were eliminated, they were executed. Go back to history and study, you will find out. That's how bad the government was. That's how bad the government was. And today, you will see Ghanaians coming out to banter Nigerians, not just online, to the extent of going to their shops, locking down shops, burning down shops, chasing people away, taking over their businesses who are well documented, who are paying tax to the government, who are running their legit businesses in the country. And you're telling them to leave your country. Leave our country, go and fix your country. We want to fix our country. Trust me, if something is not done, this thing is escalating and it will get to a level where people will no longer find it funny. A lot of people claim to be educated, but they lack education when it comes to history, they lack education when it comes to knowing where they come from, they lack education when it comes to knowing the basic things every normal human being should know. My dad of blessed memory, he once said something that a man who does not know his history can easily be deceived. And this is the reason Africa remains underdeveloped. Because people are deprived of their basic education and they are deprived of their history. And most people today don't read. They speak, they sound eloquent, but if you ask them the history of their origin, if you ask them to write it down, they cannot make more than 2 pages. If you ask them to just give you a summary of what they know about this government, they cannot write more than 2 pages. Because of what? They pay zero attention to the basic things. As far as they are making money, they are living life, facing anything life throw at them. They believe That is all about life. But life is beyond just living. You live and leave a legacy. And even after your death, you still exist. When you leave a legacy so that when you are no more, you will still exist. Today, some people are living, but they are not existing. And it's quite unfortunate that as Africa, we find ourselves in this place, and the era we are now, things are getting tense day by day, and should I say because of social media or because of exposure or whatever, I don't know, people become so disconnected from the reality. Sorry, Rodli, he said you look cool. Thanks for joining. He also said you didn't accept my proposal. Um, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing when you say you didn't accept my proposal. For the last time I checked, I was in live stream. You came in the comment section and you say something that you like to be my friend or something that I want us to be talking, that you have issues you want to discuss with me. I'm not forgetting any of this. You told me you have issues you'd like to discuss with me, that I should also pray for you to get rid of the bad habit, which I prayed for you. And even after the live session, I still went live, and on the next day I talked about it, and I told you that if you actually want us to communicate, um, go to my channel description and send me the message. I have links there. I have my Facebook page linked there. I have my TikTok linked there. I have my Instagram linked there, and I also have my my WhatsApp link in that place. So if you just tap on the link, if you want to write in on WhatsApp, you can just go to the channel description. You will see under contact uh, details. I have linked all the social media platforms, including WhatsApp. So just tap on the link, and it will direct you to to write me on WhatsApp. I'm very much available, and I'm willing to hear whatever you have to say. You understand? So it's not like I declined your request or whatever, or proposal as you put it. You understand? So even though you're from India, distance is not a barrier. We can keep communicating whatever challenge you want us to talk about. As much as I can, I can talk and you understand me. We don't have issue. You understand? So and this is your name. I find it very difficult to pronounce. Rola Vetonta, or what is it called? I don't know if I am spelling your name anyways, but trust me, I'm very much available. I'm ready to receive a message on WhatsApp. You understand? So feel free to write me. Feel free to write me. Okay. Thank you everybody for joining me on the live stream. Time check is 10:02 a.m. being Monday the 4th of the month of May 2026. And today is Monday. A lot of people don't like Mondays. I don't know why. Julie, thanks for joining. It's been a while. Is oh, or you say oh, thanks for joining. That's a shame. That's a shame. Julie, can I actually understand what you're saying? You say it's a shame, and it's like I just joined the live stream. Or have you been here with me for a while now? Yeah. So, Julie, thank you for the compliment. Thanks for the compliment. Julie, let us know where you're streaming from. Let's know where you're streaming from, Julie. Okay, in case you're just joining the live stream, let me recap what we have discussed. As you can see in the video description, the the caption and the thumbnail, we were discussing about Ghana and Nigeria, South Africa, as the tension is getting tensed. A lot of things are happening. Congo is joining the trend, asking South Africans to lead the country. Ghana asking Nigeria to lead the country. South Africans asking Nigeria, starting the country to lead the country, and everything is getting tense day by day. Julie from UK, thanks. Oh, so you're streaming all the way from UK. Thanks for being with me on the live stream, and I appreciate it. So it's UK this morning. So like I was saying, the tension is escalating day by day. Many African countries are joining the trend, and it's not funny. You understand? And for us Nigerians to leave a country, asking other Africans as well to leave a country, standing against the same people who stood for you and by you during apartheid, and here you come again to pay us back in such a way. Then trust me, Nelson Mandela will not be proud of you. Nelson Mandela, the late Nelson Mandela of South Africa, who stood to advocate for one Africa, who stood as a Pan-Africanist to talk about African unity. Even in his grave today, he was anyway proud of it, So that's a recap of what we have discussed so far. So if I just joined the live stream and you find it very interesting or anyway, do wait to to revisit the video. After the live stream, you can revisit the video and watch the very end. We actually spoke at length. We discussed a lot concerning this reoccurrence of xenophobia against Nigerians and other black Africans by South Africans. It is quite unfortunate to have this happening in a country where we experienced so many unfortunate incidents, and we are victim of what I don't want to talk about on the live stream right now. But in spite of all, we see stand as a Pan-Africanist. We see advocate for African unity. So it's time for black South Africans to actually think and turn back to their old ways, because we're in 2026 where people think of advanced way of solving problems and progressing, developing. You cannot develop where there's chaos. You need peace, you need rest of mind, you need happiness to actually think way and think development. But where there's chaos, you don't think positively. And when there's no positivity in your mind, nothing is happening. So guys, thanks for being with me on the live stream. We have come to the end of this live session. So if I just join we have come to the end of the live stream. I look forward to have you guys in another video. But please do wait to revisit the video, watch the live stream to the very end. Trust me, this video is educative. You learn a lot of things. And sorry, I may not sound audible enough. Uh, I'm actually so tired and I feel weak to actually discuss this topic. So bye for now. Thank you guys. Bye for now. Bye for now. Bye for now.